It's our first day here in South Korea. We just arrived, like the whole team, whole GFORT and Liv are here. And today is quite a chill day. We have some activation with China Korea. We had the first activation a few minutes ago where we met some ambassadors from China Korea. And now we will have we're walking through a traditional city here and we will get to try on some traditional clothing, so we're excited.
I can't wait for this.
You like that?
Yeah, we've pretty much been trying on some sweet outfits, walking around in the sun. Yeah, just touring around this traditional town.
That's fried, eh?
Yeah, tofu fried.
It's a tofu pancake. The soy sauce is a nice topping.
I gave it a 6.5 out of 10.
I would say the same, but just because it's fried food, 7 out of 10 because it's fried food and you know what to expect.
I'm sweaty. Sweaty. I thought it was gonna be cold.
All day long, baby.
Hey, I can just walk.
Yeah, I know. That's not really a good sign, I would say.
So how's it going?
They're just dropping me.
They're dropping you.
Like I'm an amateur. But my time will come.
Okay. Prove them wrong, baby.
Yeah, next Friday.
Yo. Tell me, what are you doing?
Putting on a lot of clothes.
Why?
That I can do a heat session and sweat like a pig.
Okay. What is it for? The heat training?
To race fast on Sunday. Everything else you have to ask my performance coach.
Okay. You look good though.
Probably not with this cap.
Okay.
Yo,
How are we doing?
we're doing good. First track walk of the 2026 season in Korea.
This is my part. I like it.
Why?
Because it's flat.
Filming my shoes, huh?
Yeah.
It's a good shot. But I have very grippy shoes though.
Yeah, me too.
First impressions, Joske? It's a lot of steep climbing.
You
Fresh.
like it, no?
I like it, yes. It's we will see how it is tomorrow after training, but so far I think it's a proper hard course to start the year, so who cannot love that, huh?
Me.
That's what I meant.
Who of the team fits this track the best?
Probably our Belgian. You know,
why is
he
that?
loves the steep, punchy climbs, and this track's got a lot of it. It's definitely a mix of really hard ups with pretty easy downs. Like, there's nothing on the track that I would say is like that challenging. There's one jump that's like technical, but not anything hard. But it's again first time here, fresh track for everyone, so it's definitely gonna rut up and change, and rocks will come out. But for now, looks pretty fun, pretty simple. So yeah, make for fast racing, hopefully.
Guess what? It's time for another food review.
Show the food first.
You should have done it earlier.
Yeah, what the heck
Yeah.
were you doing?
No, but like, look at my plate.
Now we can recreate the moment in the second round.
Like, it was such a beautiful plate, and now,
But so, Joske.
as Carter would say, it's bussin'.
Okay.
It's very bussin'.
Carter, Bussin.
What's the Doma?
Yeah. I like it.
No?
Yeah.
There's a master at work.
But please, do not,
Hey.
do not make too much content available for the bigger public because we will lose our chef. He needs to stay with us.
I will blur his face.
So today it's Thursday, first course training day, which is pretty cool here because it's a new course. It's always exciting. From what I hear, the course is very steep, so it's going to be interesting training. I like it. It's hard, but it's the kind of course that I feel like we have less and less in terms of like physical demanding and like slow, hard climbing. It's for me a bit more like old school mountain biking now, but you can see that people know it's going to be a hard day, so I like that. Good first day. He's sending me the loading.
Ciao ragazzi, ciao.
Ciao.
You open this, take the pancake. Hopla. It doesn't get better than this, huh?
No?
They're actually really nice, the pancakes. We raced only at 6, so we had a double pre-race meal. We are almost 3, I guess. We eat about 3.5 to 3 hours before the race. Some pancakes this time around, which is nice.
Look at him.
Oh!
Look at him. Also pancakes for Lillo?
Yes.
Always for a race?
For the short race, not before the cross country.
What's the difference?
Normally the short race is a bit later in the
There is not a difference, but he's Swiss and he just wants to be
Okay.
special.
Yeah, makes sense.
Man, round one. About to go do a couple laps of the short track course. Beautiful afternoon here.
I was looking at some lines. I think it's especially important to know the good lines when you're not gonna come into these sections in first position. That you really know where the lines are that you don't want to go. So that's what I just did.
How was the practice?
Yeah.
Good, pretty straightforward. It's just super loose. A lot of rocks are getting moved around. It's going to be pretty dusty in the pack through that forest, so going to be strung out for sure coming into the start-finish every lap. So just sort of got to, try and get into a good position and sort of hold that and go from there.
I felt good for like where the normal short track is, which means 20 minutes. But my legs left the chat with the last 2 laps to go, like the last 3 minutes. It was pitch black in front of my eyes and I just struggled and died till the line. But to be honest, quite happy with how it felt before. I felt strong, I felt good, and in the end I was just empty, but overall quite happy.
Start was crazy, like high-speed asphalt onto gravel, rocks everywhere, face, rocks flying everywhere, dust. 25 minutes, I think that's the longest short track I've ever done. So yeah, I worked my way up at the end, so not the best one, but also not the worst.
Yeah, like what just happened. It's always difficult to say. It's the first race of the year, and like you have high expectations, but you never know until like you go into the race. You really feel how it's going. But we had a really good strategy going into the race. We wanted to save as much energy as possible in the beginning of the race. I never had to close gaps that I didn't want to, and I was able to use the other riders quite well. Over the last crest, I got overtaken, but yeah, still in the end, it's my first World Cup podium. That only in my second year elite, so the season couldn't have started with a better race. So I'm super happy, and to do it here, it's amazing.
Hello. First to tell you.
That was quite a show for the signing. Huh?
It was nice.
I feel like tomorrow there's going to be a lot of people.
I hope so. Yeah, I think with the weather, it's a bit uncertain if like probably there would be more spectators if it would be better weather, but I think it makes for some exciting racing tomorrow and the same conditions for everyone. So it's the better you cope with it, the better you're going to race tomorrow, and that's what we're doing here.
Good. Awesome. And no one wants a photo with us.
Put them on? I need them back.
Yup, I feel jealous. I need some attention right now.
Kimchi!
It's race day for the cross country. The expected rain that we're seeing on the forecast for the whole week now finally came, and it's carnage out there. I think everybody going into the race is a bit uncertain what will happen, but it will be full gas from the start. The first bottleneck is after 90 seconds, so it's really important to be in the front, and that's all that's in my mind at the moment.
Here comes Dario Lillo getting ready to head to the finish line to take a debut win. It's been all giant, all race long. It's been all Lillo in MONY YongPyong, South Korea. A debut UCI Cross Country World Cup Elite Men's victory for Dario Lillo of Giant Factory Off-Road Team. What a result and what a ride, Ollie.
That was one of the best executed men's races I've seen ever.
Yeah, boy!
Man.
What a ride.
But I don't know, it's such a weird feeling, because it was
In the start climb, you could already see you were on the inside, super relaxed on the bike in the climb, and I could see you were on a really good day there. Just pure dominance. Huh?
It was I went first into the first rock section, but
No one was
was
there
it.
anymore. You were ready to win. If you ride like this, you were ready to win. Huh? Incredible. Man. This is what a ride, man. This is if you can do it in these conditions with such a gap, it is the dream of every mountain biker to win a World Cup, and you just did it. Amazing. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
so weird. So weird. Just this weird little guy riding his bike.
I forgot all my problems today when I saw every lap again Dario Lillo in the front. Oh, this is so good. Yep. Doesn't matter what happened the next lap, Dario Lillo's in front. That's all what matters. Amazing.